Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, my name is Reavyne and welcome back to my channel. Now, last night there was another Warriors Den live stream. It is back, and it was actually a fairly short one. There wasn't much talked about, shown, but next week is going to be a very, very big one because we have the Vertigo reveal and so on and so forth. I'll talk about that in a minute. But there was also a really some bad news, some sad news, and something that might affect the future of the game. We don't know, and I'll be talking about that later on as well. But first of all, let's start with the content of the week, and that is brand new ornaments for each hero. So I'm going to be having that playing in the background, so you guys can just like check it out as the video progresses. So yeah, the ornaments are pretty cool. The night ones, I get some cool ones. There's like some bats and shit. I like bats. But in terms of executions, next week we're going to be getting those because they always launch a little bit just before the new season kicks off. And I cannot wait to see these new executions. They're going to be pretty damn cool. Next up, they talked about the year 3 season pass. So for those of you who don't know, you can pretty much just pre-purchase that thing right now. If you pre-purchase the season pass, you'll get access to the 4 brand new heroes that are coming whenever they rock up. So the Vertigo is going to be the first one on the 31st of January. And of course, that will give you your 1 week early access to the brand new heroes. Now keep in mind that the early access starts from when the season starts. So on the 31st, the Vertigo is going to be coming into the game, and you get 1 week early access. After that week elapses from the 31st onwards, then everyone else will get to pick him up for still. And I'm assuming they're going to keep it the exact same, so it's going to be 15,000 still. But along with the season pass, if you do go ahead and pre-order it, you will be getting a special effect for all the heroes. You'll be getting 5 crates and a month's worth of champion status as well, so keep that in mind. But realistically, if you're buying this thing, it's because you want the early access for the heroes. One last little quick thing when it comes to the Assassin's Creed bundle, that is still live for a limited time, so if you really missed out on any of the Assassin's Creed stuff and you really want that stuff, now would be a time to grab it in the bundle. It's available up until the 14th of January, so there's only a few days left for that, so just keep in mind, yeah, if you want to just, collect all the last little pieces or get whatever you want, you got to grab it in the bundle because the event's ended and everything else is pretty much gone away by now. Now, on next week's Warriors Den live stream, they're going to be giving us a sneak peek at the Vertigo, which is going to be pretty damn cool. So I can't wait to cover that and to just see what this guy is going to look like. Before that happens, I'm going to be putting out my video about some interesting stuff that I found out in regards to the Vertigo and that he might be a Roman, or at least something along the lines of with the Romans. That's going to piss some people off. Maybe. We'll see. I'll talk about that in a future video. But with the Vertigo reveal stream on the 24th, it's going to be like a big season stream. The one of those ones they always do. So in other words, they're going to be, having some streamers who are in good faith with them and everything come across. They'll be doing their normal thing. It's going to be a nice lengthy show. They'll be giving some season reveals, maps, extra team member interviews, all the normal stuff they do with these really big pre-planned shows. But yeah, the most exciting thing everyone's going to be looking forward to, of course, is the Vertigo. And seeing that sneak peek of whatever they want to show us of him then. And then, of course, just after the 24th, which is next week's stream, 31st, he's being released. But in terms of news, that was pretty much it. Like I said, it was a very short show. There's just a couple of things basically saying, yo, next week's going to be a really big one, and we got some additional details, content or week-wise. But now we get to the really sad and bad news, and that is the fact that Damien, the creative director of For Honor, the guy who's always on the Warriors and live streams, he's one of the integral parts of the game. He's going to be leaving For Honor. Now, he's leaving because he's going back to France. He's still working for Ubisoft, but he's leaving the whole For Honor development thing. And of course, it makes sense. He recently got married, so he'd want to be in a position, at least with the company, where he's closer to his family and back where he lives and all that sort of stuff, which is fair enough. And honestly, I wish the guy all the best. It's not like he's doing bad. He's got a brand new wife, which I'm sure he's he's stoked about and doing great with that. He's still working for Ubisoft, so he still has his job. He's gone back to his home country, to do that whole thing. So from a Damien standpoint, it's all just nothing but kicking goals for him. But, for all of us here with the For Honor community, it leaves a sort of gap because he's the creative director. There's Roman, there's him, there's the community manager, Pope. Those are the 3 big guys that we sort of deal with. And although Roman's still there, Roman barely comes on, because he's doing the big boss stuff. He runs the entire ship over there with For Honor. So he's usually occupied doing that. So the guy in between, from the development standpoint, was Damien. And now that he's gone, someone's going to have to fill his shoes. We don't know who that's going to be, but it does leave a little bit of a hole there because the new guy who takes over, for one, could do a completely fine job, just keep going with what Damien was doing. He could also come in and just radically change things for the good or for the better because he's the creative director. I'm assuming he's the guy who tells people what they're going to be doing in terms of the creative side of it. And then, Roman, of course, deals with all the big bosses up the top and all the meetings and does all that sort sort of crap up there because he's running the whole ship. Pretty much, although Roman is in charge, I'm pretty sure Damien was in charge of the day-to-day sort of stuff, him and Luke. So hopefully when this new person comes in, I want to see them, you know, do something really cool creatively with For Honor, and I want them to, hopefully not fuck everything. That's one of those things where you, like I said, you have a new person coming into a position, you never know what they're going to do. Hopefully he's someone who has passion for the game, and hopefully he's a guy who's embedded himself into the community like Damien did. He's someone who, you know, wants to look at what the players are talking about, wants to look at what they're doing, what they want, and implement that the best he can. Along the lines of, you know, how development goes. The last thing I want is for Damien to go, and Damien was awesome, and be replaced by some dude who sort of, you know, yeah, he just sees it as a job, you know what I mean? He's one of those corporate head dickheads who doesn't really give a shit about the game. He just cares about profit and all that other crap, you know, what's going to make them the most money. Hopefully, the guy that comes in, he's all for Honor, okay? And he really wants to make it the best it possibly can be, and he isn't just some dude who's just there, you know, for Ubisoft and doesn't give a shit about the players. But honestly, I'm gonna miss Damien. I like the guy. He was cool, right? He was him in these data facts, okay? He was really cool to have on the show. He was really cool to hear from him, and he was pretty level fucking headed, which is good. You know, he looked at the data, he came across, and yeah, it was like data memes, but overall, he would, you know, give little hints and teasers here and there, and he was just an overall upstanding guy from what I could see. So I know he's probably not going to ever see this, but I wish him all the best nonetheless, and you know, he's going to hope he has fun with his new wife over there in France, doing that whole thing, still working for Ubisoft. Can't wait to see what he ends up getting up to next in terms of other games. But yeah, he's going to be missed. But from this point onwards, it's pretty much, you know, business as usual. We're going to be heading into year 3. We got the Vertigo reveal next week, and it's all looking up from here in terms of, you know, brand new content. Hopefully everything is stable and nothing goes wrong in between, like, you know, throughout the next year. But we're going to have to wait and see for that, and you bet your ass I'm going to be here covering it all. But that is the end of the video, guys, so thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and let me know your thoughts. I love reading and replying to all your comments down below. And feel free to check out my Discord and Twitter. There is a link down below in the description box for both of those as well. The Discord is a great way for me to talk to you guys outside the YouTube comments section. And of course, the Twitter is a great way for you guys to get a notification whenever a video is being uploaded, because YouTube is a bit weird sometimes. And if you like this video and you like what I'm doing here on the channel and you want to support the channel further, feel free to check out my Patreon. There'll be a link down below in the description box, and a link will pop up at the end of the video. And if you choose to donate, it is greatly appreciated. And a big shout out to my current patrons whose names you've been seeing in the background. Just wanted to say thank you for your support. It really does mean a lot. And please share this video around, it does help me out a fuck ton. And if you want to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. I shall see you all in the next video. Have a good one, guys.